Hello, 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 everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. I've posted a bunch of ideas on TradingView concerning crypto. Uniswap was one, Shiba Inu was another, but specifically also Bitcoin. Now that we have the U.S. debt negotiations of a temporary settlement, you can see here on Ethereum, it's going crazy right now. I kind of predicted that this would happen, and it's a good thing to see. It's a good time to get in. I've got 4 articles here I want to go over when it comes to what's going on with Ethereum and Bitcoin and all that. So let me just pull those out here. So here's a couple of articles. This is an important one. Whoop, just got rid of that one. Anyways, what that was about was basically that the Ethereum and Bitcoin were at their lowest uh, fees because of the lack of volume in the world of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and fees were down. So with this big event with the U.S. debt negotiations now pretty well done, I think, unless it doesn't get through the House as well as the Senate. There are politicians saying they're not going to support the base built around what's around in the bill itself. But for now, it's a positive story. So there's less volume right now, but this will pick up. But let me just pull up some other articles here. So there's this article. And again, I find these articles can be very strange. So this one was about, it's a very lengthy article. This is about, I asked ChatGPT about Ethereum's future, and it gave me some good news. This is found again on cryptonewsmedia.press. So in here, it goes on about the technical mumbo jumbo of all the different forks and the different technical blah, 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 blah. We don't really care about that, really. I mean, it might impact the nerds out there. You get some code if you want, Python, and it's a good article, actually. And in here, what you'll find is the price. So the price was $10,000 by the end of the year. Now let's think about that. On my YouTube channel, I've got a couple of videos highlighting uncorrelated assets that are important to put money into, not correlated. Bitcoin has somewhat back and forth correlated around the stock market, gold price, US dollar. It's all intermittent. Also, Ethereum is, and pretty well the rest of the altcoins as well, are correlated around the performance of Bitcoin. So the question is, will Bitcoin eventually have negative correlation with the markets? My theory is depends upon what the markets do themselves. If the markets go up, and I think they will go up, they're looking pretty good when I run all the different scans in the markets. So the markets will look good. So I think the future, as long as the markets continue to move up, what you'll find is both Bitcoin and Ethereum will continue to move up. Now that we have this U.S. debt negotiation settled, which is temporary, and we'll be facing this probably in 5-10 years again, maybe a lot sooner. As long as they keep kicking the can, it'll be positive news for whatever that's correlated around the performance of the stock market. Again, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So as a result, this is kind of not good. And when there's the buildup of the markets that look like they're going to crash or decline or just grind down for, the debt's going to still rise or for whatever reason, that's the real big story. If Ethereum and Bitcoin will start to no longer be correlated about the performance of stock market and actually becomes a true hedge that it can be. From my analysis, gold is not performing as good as it should. I think gold is great when there's an actual panic setting in, like when the three banks were crashing back in March. But gold just kind of does its thing. Now we have the markets performing fairly decent last three trading sessions. Gold has dropped off, and that's part of the problem with gold. So it's not really it's correlated to the stock market, and it also goes negative when the markets perform as well. So long term, gold is okay. I wouldn't bet the farm on gold. Same with Bitcoin and Ethereum. But if Ethereum and Bitcoin become true hedges like they can be, then yeah, you'll see Ethereum do very, 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 very well. Now, in terms of this one prediction, will it hit 10,000? I think it's pretty hard to guess what that will do. The difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is a couple of big things. I keep saying that Bitcoin, everyone thinks it's not decentralized. It is decentralized, but there's something called the miners. The miners are, I wouldn't be surprised by it. A lot of them are US based. I would not be surprised that a lot of the US based miners get together and say, okay, today we're going to pump the price of Bitcoin because we're going to sell our Bitcoin back to the exchanges or however that's controlled, which will impact Bitcoin in a positive way. Or they could just stranglehold it and just have it go sideways. Or maybe it can decline as well. But the miners have an absolute huge influence on that. And that's the thing with Bitcoin. Now, on the Ethereum side, Ethereum's a complete ecosystem with other crypto coins built on it through layer 2. You also have NFTs on top of it, Web3. There's a whole entire ecosystem built around it. But the problem with Ethereum over the long run, if it builds and interest builds, are the gas fees. And actually, that was what the prior article referred to. And right now, the fees are low. But there's also what's happening in the world of Bitcoin are the BRC20 net protocol standard. And that's been driving up the price of Bitcoin or the transaction fees, believe it or not. And Litecoin was performing fairly well for a while because of that. I'm hoping and waiting to see the day when the settlement of the SEC and Ripple come together, because that will probably start to outperform Bitcoin. And I haven't even talked about the regulators yet from both Ethereum and Bitcoin and what they'll do, because that's a global cabal between the IMF and the US and the rest of them, as the rest of the world will fall in line in terms of regulating Bitcoin and Ethereum. So short term, yes, Ethereum will move up. That's definitely, as you can see in the price right here in the last 24 hours. So that's a for sure thing I'd probably buy. You can see it right there. It's just gapping up. And that's on a minute basis. So there's a definite big interest in Ethereum. Let's see what's going on in the 5 minute as well. You can see that the price is just moving up. So I'm definitely going to jump into both this, and let's just see how Bitcoin's doing as well. Now, the other coins will probably be forming as well, but they're slowly getting dropped by a lot of the big exchanges. So there's Bitcoin having the same thing. You can't tell me this is not correlated. Of course it is. This is a good time to get in, get your bots ready, start buying. So that's where it's at. It's time to jump in. I'm doing the same thing. I'm on Kraken, and hopefully you're jumping aboard on it as well. But definitely both Bitcoin, Ethereum are rising, both. As I said, there's two other articles I can cover here. Let me just pull them over. Here's another one here on cryptonews.com, on cryptonewsmedia.press. Ethereum prediction daily, what the Ether bulls must do to stop any more selling off. This is kind of irrelevant. A lot of these articles are, these are going to be influenced by what institutions do. So I'll include these, I guess, in the description. I don't think I can change it, actually. But there's one more article I can show you here. This is Raoul Powell. Probably got that wrong. His prediction, he thinks there's going to be massive gains as well. So this is probably the moment of that catalyst that will drive up the price of both coins in the space. So that's what's going on. I do think that we will see some big rises. The question is which one's going to rise the most. And you can see there right now, you're just looking at 5% drive up. That's huge. That's all I can tell you. So yeah, get in. I hope you're ready to automate this, because this could come at any point. If any politicians go negative that we're not supporting this or that, these prices could collapse quite quickly. So you got to be very aware of that. That could happen. And until the day they say yes, it's now law. I think both Bitcoin and Ethereum will, not to the moon, but will do pretty good. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day, whatever you're doing. Bye.